As you can see, I have all different types of different buildings up there that you can use. What we're going to do is create a new diagram, which is right here. And once it launches, I'm going to go full screen. Now, there's a couple housekeeping things that I always do when I first start my sketch, okay? I know that it's divided up into little different areas on here, and so I'd like to highlight those areas first, all right? So the first thing that I want everybody to learn how to do is going to come right over here in the lower right-hand corner. It's called scale to fit. So that means if you drew a line, it would automatically repost back up to the screen, okay? So that's a real important one there. Another thing is our scaling model. We have it by default set to 1 foot. I usually take mine down to 1 inch, so I have a lot more control over the object. Okay, I'll be talking about objects in just a little bit later. On the top left portion of the screen, which is just underneath the Simsol Smart Sketch, is the undo key, and that's a very unique little tool. What that'll do is just erase your last settings, but it will go back about 20, I was told about 21 times. So if I drew the whole sketch, I could actually get that off and start over, which is kind of nice. All right, now on the top, there is a couple things I'd like to show you. And with that is going to be the edit portion of it, the edit tools. And as you can see, it's all grayed out. And so what happens is these tools will become highlighted as soon as I click on an object. And let me define what an object is. An object is anything on the canvas. So an object can either be moved, resized, edit, or deleted. That's an object, okay? And we're going to be going through that, and it's real easy to do, okay? So that's on your top piece right up here, and we're going to be talking about that. On the left-hand side is called the tools section. These are the actual the tools that can draw the objects on the canvas. They can be lines. They can be if you just put your little diagrams here. If you just put your mouse on it, we should have a sensitive help on here. Here we have shapes. We have a circle. We have a triangle, a right triangle, and then that would be our shapes tool. Our tools that we have here is doing text, so don't forget about that. That's the T for text. This one's going to be a polygon, and we also have a line tool that we could use and a text line tool. And I'll be going through those different types of tools. Below that, we have the walls, which we can do the different thicknesses. Either you're going to put a dimension in or not a dimension in, okay? One's an interior, one's an exterior, okay? And I'm going to go through that along with the dimension. The next section is called the area components. These are objects that are placed in, like, for example, putting in an area like a bedroom, a bathroom, and then we can follow it up with either an offset. We can do a pony wall. We could do an opening. Here we have a door and a window. So with all that, then we can actually draw our diagram with those, okay? And then in correlation with, or combination with, the sketch tools, the edit sketch tools, which are right up here. Okay, let's try to do something real quick here. We're going to talk about the various different lines. So I'd like to just take and just show you a simple line. I'm going to click, and this is important too. You have to click every single time on the object. These are all objects, okay? If we use a special tool called repeat mode, then it remembers your last selection, okay? And it says, I'm in the repeat mode off. So when I click on it, I'm going to draw the line, okay? If you're not very good at drawing the line, there's some other things that we can do. As you can see, it is slightly off. And how do I know that? Is I can come down here to the length of 36 feet 6 inches, but it also tells me the angle. So if I just did this for 0 and then click apply, then it should straighten it out, or 360, either or. So as you can see, now the line is straight, okay? Now with an object, this is an object. As I select it, that highlights it, okay? My edit toolbar my edit bar should come up down here and be displayed. So I can say if I need 37 feet, and then you hit the tab key, and I want to do or select by your mouse 37 5 inches instead of 6, I can then select that and then follow it up with the tab key, address the angle, and then select apply. So it will readjust. You can also use your mouse to do that as well by just clicking on either side of the handle and then moving that around. Remember that I can use my angle tool and then click apply to bring it back to a straight line again. Okay, so that is, for example, how to adjust a line. I'm going to left click. The handles are still on here, and I can actually grab a portion of that handle and move it to any direction that I want. Okay. The next thing that we have here is going to be if I want to do a polyline. Okay, there's my sensitive help just came in. The polyline. And a polyline is where I can click on various different